one of the reasons why crime fell so rapidly in America is because of the public policy approach that America took to fight the problem of crime in the early 90s. That was through very aggressive policing, particularly policing of minority neighborhoods. So my current project tries to understand the social consequences and the origins of over-policing and how that affects youth and minorities. My name is Gerard Torrats-Espinosa. I'm an assistant professor of sociology at Columbia University. I began my career studying the effects of violence among adolescents. Particularly was interested in understanding how the economic and educational prospects of youth and young adults in America are shaped by the experience of growing up in violent neighborhoods. I studied a very interesting period, I think, in America, which is what criminologists have called the Great Crime Decline, which is a decline in violence that took place starting in the early 90s up until the late 2010s. And my research found that adolescents and teenagers who grew up in much safer environments, that is those of the early 2000s when crime already declined by 30-40%, do better in school and have better economic prospects. That was one part of the initial part of my research. Doing that research, I realized that it's impossible to understand crime without also engaging with policing. At Russell Sage, I'll be studying the effect of the workplace environment and the residential context where police officers operate, particularly how those contexts affect their behavior when they interact with civilians. One aspect of the workplace environment that I'm very interested in understanding is racial diversity. I'm planning on understanding the effects of workplace diversity, both from a descriptive and causal perspective. One first-order question is how diverse are police officers relative to the communities they patrol? There is evidence that has looked at how police departments overall match the racial composition of the cities where they belong. But I'm more interested in the day-to-day patrolling conditions, whether police beats or police districts actually match the racial composition of those police districts and beats in terms of who lives there. So I think that that's one area of contribution. And then taking that descriptive set of findings, what are the effects of patrolling the streets with more diverse peers? For example, do white police officers behave less aggressively in the days that they are assigned to patrol with Black or Hispanic peers? So at the end of my time here at Russell Sage, I expect to publish a series of papers that I hope I can place into high-impact journals in sociology. I use quantitative methods for causal inference and large-scale data sets, administrative data sets from police departments. For this project in particular, I've assembled a data set from several police departments where I can have very detailed and granular information on where police officers were assigned to patrol, with whom, and what was the behavior on a given day that those officers were patrolling. My time at Russell Sage has been fantastic so far. As scholars, we live lives that are very isolated, and we spend most of the time alone in the office and alone with our thoughts. So having this community here, it's been great. So we getting together every day and having conversations with scholars who are working in very diverse fields and have so many great things to contribute to every conversation. It's fantastic.